Good evening and welcome back to the drawing board. Thank you for joining me yet again. My name is Mark Saxton. Sorry for the voice, getting over a little bit of a cold. Uh, Trying to make up for some decoration in the back. So shout out to my pop for the Philip Rivers signed helmet. And then obviously I'm a Packers fan, Padres fan, and Red Wings fan. So good stuff. Wanted to introduce that. Still playing around with my setup, so thank you for being patient on that. Let's get in it, dude. It's fucking Friday. Cheers. Tall can is suited for this Friday. Let's jump right into it, folks. I'm donning the brown and gold. Padres, I think, did just fine at the trade deadline. I'm not going to say that they're a clear winner. They're definitely not a clear loser. The Mariners making some moves. Obviously, now the new favorites of the World Series is the Padres and the Mariners. Dodgers staying very quiet. Yankees making a few moves, adding McMahon. Um, you know, Reds making a few moves. I mean, ultimately, all eyes were on the Padres and the Mariners with as much as they did. And I'm going to focus on the Padres tonight. So, first and foremost, Padres picking up Mason Miller on a 4-year contract. Awesome. JP Spears, we needed a left handed pitcher. I've been saying we needed arms. I'm not saying that they're the caliber of arms that we needed, but they just might be the right arms that the team asked for. Um, JP Spears having a hell of a left handed pitching there. Mason Miller throwing over 102 miles an hour. I think he reaches up to 104. We're getting also Ramon Laureano, Ryan O'Hearn. So adding some bats. I believe we added nasty Nestor Cortez to the lineup, keeping Robert Suarez, keeping Dylan Cease, and keeping Michael King. Those are huge. Those are all real huge. I know that people, including myself, wanted Quan. I threw Corbin Carroll's name out there. I threw Tyler Anderson's name out there, the pitcher from the Angels. I would have liked Adley Rushman, the catcher. We added Freddie Fermin, catcher from Kansas City, and what appears to be a good defensive catcher. So, in my opinion, instead of adding one or two, we added a little bit of everything, and I think that's even better now because so many times, especially in the past few years, I mean, if you look at it back in the NLCs when the Padres lost to the Phillies, we ended up in a bullpen game where we needed two or three arms to get us through a series, and we needed one or two bats to be perfect every at bat. Obviously, not realistic in the postseason. Obviously, not realistic when you're playing teams that are going to reach the NLCs or the World Series. So, adding more help, getting more depth in the pen, I think that's the key. I think Preller did just fine. Now, here's the big controversy for some of the experts in ESPN and maybe even some of the fans. Um, Nobody wanted to get rid of DeVries, our star shortstop. One day maybe. Here's the thing, folks. The Padres fucked themselves over a few years back by getting rid of the farm. We got rid of most of the farm. The last of it was Hassan Kim before Salas and DeVries. So keeping that in mind, yes, I would have liked more for DeVries. However, it's time to shit or get off the pot, right? It's a right now thing. I mean, DeVries isn't going to help right now. DeVries isn't going to help right now. Although I'd love to see what he could develop into. The fact of the matter is we need to see them get into it now. It's shit or get off the pot time for the Padres. I think they made the right moves. I think they did extremely well at this trade deadline, adding arms, deepening that bullpen. Uh, Ryan O'Hearn's a good bat. Ramon Laureano batting 290, leading the Orioles with 15 home runs. These are things that are going to help. Obviously, helping Arise, helping Machado, helping Tatis, maybe getting Tatis, Merrill, Cronenworth, lighting a fire under them, giving them some support, taking some of the pressure off to get those bats going. They've been in a little bit of a slump. So I think these are all the right moves. Obviously, none of them are perfect. And let's be honest, even if we got all the perfect players, it don't mean shit if they don't execute. So this is where we're at. I think the Padres did just fine once again, and it all comes down to execution at this point. I'm excited. Let's move it along. NFL starts. Micah Parsons putting on social media today that he is wanting a trade from the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be interesting. Here's the thing with the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody's quick to shit on the Cowboys. Don't get me wrong. I hate the Cowboys. Don't care for them. But let's talk real football. They're never too far off. They are always one huge mistake off. And whether that be nothing at the trade deadline, nothing in the offseason, nothing in the draft, whatever that is, that's usually what it comes down to. And then it forces Dak to pull a Phillip Rivers or to pull a Tony Romo and try and put the team on his back, forcing passes, forcing, I mean, just bonehead plays. And it almost makes him look like he's a young rookie making bonehead plays. But it's just, in my opinion, it's the strive and the drive that want he wants to win. He's trying to make things happen. He's trying to make something out of nothing. Always injuries take place. So maybe Micah's just tired of what could have been in all those years. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Last night, the Chargers taking on the Lions, putting a whooping on them. Who cares? Lions fans that are freaking out, you guys obviously don't know football. Chargers fans that are overly confident, you obviously don't know football. A bunch of bench players played against each other, a bunch of guys who were still trying to make the squad. No disrespect to those guys. However, it doesn't matter until the starters are on the field and to see what they do and to see what the guys who are trying to make the squad, to see what kind of impact they can make while on the starting roster. So there's no reason to freak out. There's no reason to lose your shit. Hang in there, stand by, stay calm, drink a beer, and just enjoy the season. I think we're in for a lot of fun this football season. Obviously, the Steelers having, on paper anyways, a very scary team. Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, asking for a trade. That'll be interesting. I don't know exactly where he would end up or if they're even interested in trading him. He's a good receiver. Jaden, in my opinion, why not stay with Jaden? He's proven that he's a good quarterback, and I mean, yeah, he's still got things to prove and things to show and things to learn, but I don't think he's far off. So maybe it's an organizational thing. I have no idea, but Scary Terry is not about that life in Washington. Somebody throw him a bone. I don't know. We'll see. So moving along, I'm just kind of touching on that because I can't wait. Football's back. Love to see it. Love to be at this time of year. Come October, all sports are going to be around. It's going to be a lot of fun. I want to touch on some MLS. San Diego FC is in their Leagues Cup debut, losing to Pachuca the other night with a red card, losing 3-2. They were down at halftime, I believe, two or 3-0, and ended up coming back too little, too late, losing 3-2. Tonight at 8 o'clock, they're playing the Tigres. And here's the thing: in phase one, you get 3 games, and then phase two, I believe, is knockout stages. So losing, you want to win more than you lose, obviously, but it doesn't matter until the knockout stages. So it'll be interesting to see how they develop and how they move forward. I think SDFC is going to be fine. Obviously, red cards help no team. So, hey, I'm all about it. SDFC. C. Azul y Chrome. Let's go. Now, let's move it on to our Fuck It Friday bets. I'm taking the Cardinals to lose against the Padres tomorrow on Saturday the 2nd at a minus 137. SDFC tonight over the Tigres at a plus 185. Dodgers over Tampa tomorrow at a minus 132. Chicago over Baltimore tomorrow at a minus 208. Pittsburgh over Colorado at minus 206. Milwaukee over Washington minus 186. $5. Get you 146 and 53 cents. Folks, let's have a weekend. Drink some beers. Gamble like some degenerates. Have some fun. Let's get at it. Once again, I'm Mark Saxon. This is Back to the Drawing Board.